So all you single parents out there, welcome to this channel where we encourage one another on the importance of self-love, self-care, while we take on the challenge of raising our children. My name is Betty, your noble host, reminding you to please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you resonate with our messages. And especially if you're a single parent, I urge you to join this platform, for it will be of benefit to you. So I would also like to remind you, dear single parent, that this is a divine platform created to exhort, motivate, and inspire single parents to be the best version of themselves. All right, so let's begin. Today I want to talk to all you mothers out there. Just any mother, and especially you mother, maybe you're just about to leave a relationship, maybe it's not working out, and you just want to exit, you want to exit a marriage, or maybe you want a divorce, maybe you want a separation, whatever it is. I will urge you mothers out there, please, when you're leaving a relationship, I would ask you not to leave your children behind. I'll tell you why. And this is just a personal opinion, okay? So don't take offense when I'm telling you that. I know there's some relationships that are very toxic, and you just want out as soon as possible. Life has become so unbearable. You can no longer live with this partner, or maybe you have issues that cannot be resolved, or maybe your in-laws are interfering with you. You're just angry and you want out. You're just tired and you want out. I will tell you, mothers out there, please don't leave your children behind, because your children will not understand that you need to leave. They will not understand that you are tired of a situation. They will not understand. They will not understand why you're leaving. Maybe they don't have the mindset. Maybe they're young. Even if they are teenagers, they don't have that kind of mindset that you have, that you can no longer deal in a relationship. Okay? And I'm not saying that you stick around and suffer the pain. No, I'm saying when you're leaving, please, please, please tag your children along. And I'm going to tell you why. Children can survive more with their mothers than with their fathers. You know that. That is true. Because mothers are nurturing, mothers are caring. And not to say fathers are not caring, but mothers are more in tune with their children. And once you leave, they might suffer. They might suffer your loss. They might suffer your loss. You not being there to guide them. You not being there to love on them. They might suffer. And in their suffering, if for example, maybe you've separated from your spouse and it's been months and years, they start growing resentful. These children become resentful, and they start to see you as an enemy, and you don't even know, when you left them, who is feeding them with lies, who is feeding them. You don't know what they are learning because you're absent. Mothers are not supposed to be absent from their children's lives. If God has given you life, please do the necessary and become a part of their life. Even if you have to demand support, go to court. But don't leave your kids behind. And you might justify and say, I don't have money. I don't want to take them from the place where they're used to, maybe the home where they're used to. Let me tell you, it will be worse. It will be worse for them not to have a mother than to stay in the place where they're used to. That place will not be a place of comfort if you're not there. Dear parent, dear mom, you mom listening to me, you might think that your children are comfortable where they are, but maybe you're the one who brought comfort to them. And let me tell you, why I'm bringing court in is because I know there are battles that are so bad that they have to go to court. But do what you must, do what you can for your children. Let me tell you about being a mother. It's about sacrifice. Especially when your kids are younger. You know, when your kids are older, they will understand when you guys separate. But when they're younger, there's that maturity. They're not yet in that level of maturity where they'll understand that mom is tired. They will not understand you. And once they become resentful, they begin to start blaming you. And let me tell you, when you're absent from their lives, you don't know who has been left behind to bridge the gap. And maybe your spouse, your ex-spouse might decide to bring in a stepmom. And let me tell you, there are women who are the devil himself. And how they will treat your children, you will live to regret. The pain alone will eat you alive. I know people who've had stepmothers who are they messed with them. People are in therapy today because they had step parents who messed their lives up. Mothers out there, listen to me. People have issues every day. But try however you can for your children. Do not leave them behind. Don't. If there's a way you can work it out financially, and this is why I always tell moms, your independence is everything. Learn to be independent. Even if you're married to a millionaire, stash some money somewhere. Have some stash somewhere. Right? Don't just overly depend on someone. Just don't overly depend on someone. You don't know the future. They might die, they might go to jail, they might leave you, they might divorce you. So learn to just be independent. For when these things crop up in a relationship, you know you're secured. You know, people just get married, they're like, my husband will take care of the school fees. My husband will take care of the food. My husband. And when things go south, you have no one to blame but yourself. And I'm speaking very calmly to mothers, by the way. Learn to be independent. Or, if there is a stipend you get, learn to save. Save for a rainy day. We are always advised to save for a rainy day, right? So please do. And when don't save to anticipate for such an occurrence. But when it occurs in your future, you know you are set. Don't leave your children behind. Do not leave your children. You don't know who will step in to bridge the gap you left. And those people are the ones that will, very few, I've heard of cases of very few step parents who are wonderful. That a child will say, if it weren't for my stepmom or my stepdad, I wouldn't be. Very few cases. But most cases are, my stepmom burnt me. My stepmom threw me out of the house. My stepdad kicked me. My stepdad damaged me. Those are the stories you hear. Mothers, listen to me. If you don't take action now, you will not have a relationship with your children in the future. I promise you. If you don't take action now, you will not have a relationship in the future with your children. They will struggle to have a relationship with you. And your relationship might just begin in a counselor's office. Because that's how bad it is. That is how bad it is. Or it will be. And my prayer is that all of us parents have good relations with our children. But if we have issues and we leave them behind, I'm telling you, there are things they will suffer. They might not recover ever in their lives. Some innocent children who are now grown-ups will tell you how they were raped, how they were molested, how they were brutally beaten because you are not their mother to protect your children. And you would say, their father has money, he can do whatever. Let me tell you. Fathers, yes, they are protectors. Yes, they provide. But there are things fathers cannot do that you are supposed to do for your children. Okay, mothers out there, please don't allow any gap between you and your kids, especially when they are young. I would say from 0 years to teenagehood, they need you. They need you for structure. They need you for balance. They need you for development. They need you for love, for peace. That's what your kids need you for. That's why you gave birth to them. Okay? I have seen many cases on TV. Actually, I watch many cases on TV. Somebody would be on somebody, especially these sociopaths, these psychopaths, these people with, these serial killers. Those serial killers, I watch ID Extra. That ID channel. It has a lot to learn from. I see those serial killers. If you hear their stories, their disorders, their psychopathic tendencies came from childhood. You'll hear them say, my dad was not in the home, my mom was not there, or my mom was this, my mom was... There's always a disbalance. There was a gap in their childhood that brought on the devil in them. There's always a gap in childhood that brought on the devil in them. Mothers, I know we cannot do everything for our kids, but at least your presence is needed. If your presence is not there, don't expect any good relationship with your kids. People think they can run away and take the shortcut, the easy way out. When your kids start developing some mentalities that are destructive, you would hear a 12-year-old kill someone. You are wondering, how can a 12-year-old kill someone? And not to say that, mother, you're supposed to be there is a way your presence brings structure to a child. You might not know it, but it's true. Don't leave your children on their own and you decide their father will take care of them. No, he won't. Not like you can. He will, yes, but not like you can. The way a mother keeps an eagle eye over their kid? A father does not have that eagle eye. I'm telling you. Sure, he can take them to school, he can buy them good things, but that's all he will do. But that eagle eye of, you, I'm watching you. Fathers don't even have that time. They are busy thinking of other things anyway. Mothers, are you listening to me? In Africa, most of our cultures are built in such a way that once you're in a marriage and you've had children and now maybe there's a separation, you're not supposed to go with your children. But I'll tell you this. Who gives a crap about culture? When your children are involved, the ones who came out from your womb especially, do not allow culture to dictate how you raise your children. And yes, culture is good. I'm not saying all culture is bad. That culture of you, when you've separated with someone, you want to leave your children, but don't leave your children behind, mothers. Don't. And I'm not saying that you stay in an abusive marriage. I'm not saying that. Nobody should even stay in an abusive marriage. All I'm saying is that don't leave your children behind. You might just leave a gap. The gap you leave, the devil will occupy that gap. And I'm telling you what he will do to those children. What he will do to those children, they will not recover and you will not recover. I promise you. And even if they recover, it is by the grace of God. But the damage it will have done to their minds, it's worse than death. I'm telling you. Don't leave your children behind. Make sure every stage of life you're with them. You're walking with them. You're guiding them. You're praying for them. You're blessing them. That's what as mothers were put here on earth to do. Okay, parents, I hope you're listening to me. And let no one take offense, because I'm speaking generally to all mothers. Okay, so if this message has been helpful to you, please drop your comments below and let me know your thoughts concerning this video. Also, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, especially if you're a parent tuning in for the very first time. I welcome you all to this noble family. Until the next time, my name is Betty, wishing you a very blessed day. Amen.